Alright, boys, today we're going to be learning about the 5 principles you need in order to be respected. Okay? So, principle number 1, and this is the most important, so listen to me. You can't be respected if you don't respect yourself first. Okay? You probably heard this before, but basically what it means is that you need to respect yourself. Okay? Like, you can't take yourself as nothing and expect other people to actually give you value. Alright? So, how do we actually do this? Here's the big question. And the simple way is to not be a bitch. Now, what does this mean? Okay? What not being a bitch means is that, let's say you need to wake up in the morning. You wake up in the morning because you need to. You don't make excuses, okay? Making excuses devalues your self-respect because you don't respect yourself to actually do the thing, okay? When you have a set that you need to finish, but it feels really painful, you'll finish, no, not finish, you finish the set. Okay, finish people are not in the gym, bro. All right, so you must output yourself at 100% and do things that genuinely impress you. Okay, to respect yourself, and when you do that, you also get respect from other people. It's the most basic prerequisite. Okay, if you have this, then you actually have a chance to be respected. All right. Now, second thing that you need to do is don't demand respect, show yourself to be worthy of respect. Now, what do I mean by this? Obviously, if somebody's bullying you, then you tell them eventually, like, tell them off, but don't go around asking verbally for respect. Don't like come to somebody, hey, yo, I want you to respect me. That just means you won't be respected, bro. Or if you're starting to be annoyed by somebody, don't be like, hey, no, no, bro, stop that, I don't like that. Sure, could work, okay, but you need to avoid the situation in the first place. Like, the best way to cure something is to destroy the cause before it even becomes a problem. So, what do I mean by this? You need to become a person who we actually respect as a person, okay? If you're the goof, that doesn't give you respect, that deducts respect from you. So, act in a respectful way to yourself first. This really ties in with the first point. Act in a respectful way first, and then you can be respected. But if you demand respect, you just ask to be bullied. Although, if there is something serious, this is not an excuse to not tell them off, okay? Do it in a one-on-one, tell them, hey, dude, that wasn't cool, please stop doing that in a respectful way, and if he doesn't listen to you, stop talking with him. It's not worth it. So, the third main point is basically you need to find something else to give a shit about and not the stupid things you give a shit about right now. Alright? And this is the point that's taken from the book, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. You can find this book, I don't know where, go fucking find it. That's not my problem, but it's not my book. Like, it's a good book. Go read it. Not the point. So, what this means is that you need to find basically a purpose to focus on. Like, let's give the most basic example. You're focused right now on your body transformation. All right, you wanna really grind it out in the gym. When you do that, you have something else to give a shit about, and then the other inconveniences seem smaller, and you're way less anxious because of that. And then, because you're not anxious and you actually act like a normal fucking human being, boom, you get more respect immediately because you have something else to give a shit about, so you're not anxious all the time. Alright? Now, the fourth point, and I'm sorry if this is gonna hurt your feelings, but I'm not sorry. You need to hear it. Nobody's gonna respect you. Alright? Nobody. Nobody's gonna respect you if you are scrawny or fat. Simple as that. Alright? Why? Let's equate it. You have a government, but they have no police, they have no army, they have no power. Who's gonna listen to that government? Nobody. So it's the same thing here. If you don't have the physical power to enforce respect, you will not be respected. Now, there are two main ways to go about this. You can either be physically bigger or you can learn how to fight. All right? Now, to maximize the effectiveness of bigger size, you don't just become a ball of fat. That can work, but it's also going to bring more bullying, so it's kind of counterintuitive. All right? What you want to do is you want to grow the main muscles to be respected and to be aesthetic, which are the upper traps, the neck, lats, rest of your back. Right? Back in general is the most important part. Right? Then you also don't forget about your legs, and you get some biceps. So let me repeat that again. Upper traps, neck, lats, back, biceps, and legs. You focus on these, you get some chest in, you get some abs in, you get some triceps and whatnot. Triceps are really nice, by the way. Don't forget about triceps and forearms. Forearms are also good if they can be like a bonus. All right. You do all these, and by the way, if anybody's interested, I could make a full guide on these. It's not actually very hard to train them. So if anybody's interested, I'll just upload that later. So you do that, and then you become basically you get the V-taper. And the V-taper will make you look physically bigger. Like unless you're fucking 4'5", which in that case you have bigger problems, bro. But unless you're that, it will help you. Alright? Now the second thing, which also really helps, especially if you're short, if you're tall you don't really need it, but it helps like the less genetically gifted you are, the more it's gonna be helpful. So learn how to fight. Alright, now this can be any martial art that isn't bullshit like Aikido. Alright? You can learn Muay Thai, you can learn MMA, boxing, kickboxing, anything that people know is good, then it will work really well because A, you can actually enforce your claims, B, you'll feel more confident, and C, people will know that if they mess with you, they're gonna get one straight kick to the balls, and it's gonna be game over for their whole generation. So, you get what I mean? You actually get the power to enforce your claims, alright? Now, the fifth point is kind of a bonus, okay? You gotta have the four prerequisites before this thing actually applies, because otherwise nobody cares about it. So, this is, let's say you're in a race, and this guy just smoked you, alright? Instead of being salty, tell him, hey, that was really cool. Congratulations on beating me. Move on. So, in other words, encourage and respect people who deserve the respect. This doesn't mean be a simp to everyone. This doesn't mean be a douchebag either to anyone who doesn't deserve respect. It means that you act nice in general, but you also encourage and respect people who deserve it. Because if you do that, those people will in return, respect you. So, to recap, look at that shit. My cameras are hard. Fucking here. Whatever. Just look on the screen. Right? Look on the screen. These are the points. Remember them and fuck off.